Right, episode 5-2. Let's continue on our journey up the mountain. In the last episode, we left off talking about finding the right path to get past that obstacle that might be in our way, whether that was going around or going back down the same path you already came from with a bit of backtracking to continue back up, which is actually pretty smart. If you have the means to fly up past this obstacle or blast right through, then sure, do this if you can. Regardless of the method, the point here was not to just simply sit there looking at this obstacle, letting it consume you, but rather find a way to either deal with it now, or if you can't deal with it now, then try and find another way and let this thing go and find a new path. So we have just gone back down the same path that we already knew and have gone around the obstacle, in this case, the giant cliff that was looming over us. And we are now ready to continue the journey back up the mountain, leaving this obstacle in our wake. 3/4 of the way up, there is a small opening in the rocks that I must travel through to go on with the journey. This is another milestone on the hike, and I feel a sense of accomplishment as I pass through this awesome looking rock structure. Directly to my left, I see a small path which I follow, which leads to a stunning view of another part of this amazing scenery. Again, I pause here for a while to reward myself as I take in this epic eye candy. I could have just kept on trucking on, but I chose to pause and stop, and as the saying goes, stop to smell the roses. I take a look around and absorb this beauty and congratulate myself on further achievement. I feel it is an important thing to do to not just simply let this moment slip by, but actually to be mindful of it and feel its energy. I take a drink and refresh and ready myself for the final stages of this journey. There are many of these interludes on this hike, and I often mix them up depending on the time of day or how I'm feeling at the time. The next milestone that I come across is this really old pururi tree, which are native to New Zealand. It's kind of funny, but I think of this as a kind of tree of knowledge, and I sit at the base of its roots and try to clear my head of all thoughts for a while, almost like some sort of reset. And then I think about what is the most important thing in my life right now, and do I have the power to improve it? Sounds very hippie-like, I know, but it kind of works for me. So, the point here is you've got to clear your mind. It's the key to this, and it's quite hard to master. The last part of the journey will be covered in the next episode, 5-3, but I will leave you with this lesson to try and do for yourself. Try and find a place free of mental distraction and interferences, and simply sit or lie here and be comfortable. Empty your thoughts from your mind. When a thought comes into your mind, try and acknowledge it and then let it go until you are free and your mind is relaxed and decluttered. Then, once this has happened, and it could take a while, try and maintain this for as long as you can. Afterwards, try and honestly think how this really made you feel. Right, I've got to go, so we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching again.